right, what's going on, everybody? So, we got to talk about what's happening inside of Bitcoin in the whole overall crypto market right now. Noticing that there is a lot of changes in the prices, a lot of things are going down. So, I'm going to talk about where I'm thinking that it's more likely to go right now. But, anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Definitely stick around to the end of the video. Let's get straight into it. Now, we got a lot of movement inside of the crypto market. If you actually look at this, like Bitcoin's not going down as much as everything else. You see XRP down 5%, Ethereum 3.5%, BNB 5.3%, Solana 8.6%. You're seeing high percentages for a lot of the different projects out here, but you're seeing Bitcoin is holding steadily. That is because we are not in altcoin season yet, but we are preparing for altcoin season. So I feel like there's going to be one more last drop in the crypto market before the market starts to take off again and before altcoin season also starts to take off. So altcoin season is going to pretty much take off after this last drop. And it's probably going to Bitcoin is still going to be going up as well too, but since it's going to be altcoin season, it's not going to be as much. A lot of the money that's chilling in Bitcoin is going to be going to altcoins, or the money that's pretty much going to be going into Bitcoin. And one of the biggest downers right now is Jupiter. Jupiter at 15.4%. But yeah, there's a lot of different coins that are just doing bad right now. Like look at all these coins, this Libra coin, Ski Mask Dog, whatever that is. But yeah, you see a lot of coins, and then you got the CZ's Dog Broccoli. This is the meme coin that was just created. But yeah, there is a lot of different coins that are just down a lot. Now we do have some coins that are doing good, right? Now we have a different broccoli over here doing big numbers, and we just see a bunch of different meme coins and other coins doing good. But the overall majority of coins are down. Like look at all that red, and a lot of them are big percentages. Like Aptos 9.6%, Trump 7.7%, ICP 5.5%. A lot of these are pretty big percentages. Caspa at 3.7.2%. And something that's really unfortunate is Polygon. Polygon X Matic, but they really shouldn't have changed because they kind of killed the project by doing a bunch of different stuff that was unnecessary. But yeah, Polygon, they just killed the project. I'm gonna just be honest. They killed the project. It was doing so well back in the days, but as you can see now, it's just they just changed it up too much. They tried to do too much to it, and it just eventually died out. But a little bit sidetracked right there with Polygon. But as you can see, though, most things in the market are down. So what I want to talk about today is Bitcoin and the whole overall crypto market. But I'm just going to be tracking the Bitcoin prices and doing the technical on it because that's really going to show us where everything else is about to go. So that's why we want to pay attention to that. So Bitcoin went all the way from 96.6K down to 94.6K. That's not too big of a drop. It's only a $2,000 drop, but it's really not too big of a deal. But what I do want to mention is where it could continue to go if it continues to drop. So it's already almost confirmed that we're about to drop back down to 90K again, right? Because that's where our support is. And that's the same support that we keep bouncing off, right? We keep bouncing off this 90K support. We keep also bouncing off this 108K resistance. So that keeps happening as well. So the next time we hit our support, it's going to be about 90.8K here in Bitcoin, about 90K. Now, the important thing is, are we going to do what we kept doing back here and end up going back up to 108K, just like how we did in these two areas here, like kind of like this? Or are we not going to do that and just going to end up going back down to this support here, which is almost like right below it at about 86K? Because if it breaks that, if it breaks 90K and goes down to like 86K, then from there, it's going to almost effortlessly go down to 73K. Because look, there's almost no support lines here. There was no resistance on the way up here. So on the way down, it's going to be the same. There's going to be no support after 86K. So if we break 90K and then break 86K, there's going to literally be no support for Bitcoin all the way down. Okay. So that's what you really need to pay attention to. There's going to be no support all the way down from about 86K all the way down to 73K. So if we break 86K, then we're going straight down to 73K, and that is going to shock the whole market. Now, just to kind of show you guys how much money that is coming out of the market, just so you guys know like how serious this is, you go over here and take your circulating supply for Bitcoin, just multiply that by 73K. So if it goes to 73K, our market cap then goes from 1.877 trillion, so 1.87 trillion, down to 1.44 trillion Bitcoin, right? That's what the market cap would be, from 1.87 trillion to 1.44 trillion. So that's losing 400 trillion inside of, or 400 billion inside of market cap. So $400 billion would be leaving Bitcoin. Now, when you look at it at the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. But this is how altcoin season starts. That 400 billion leaves Bitcoin, and then it's gonna start flowing into altcoins. Bitcoin's gonna go back up, yes, but it's some of that money is definitely going into altcoins. All right, so some of that money will be going into altcoins, and then more money from institutional investors will start seeping into Bitcoin. But yeah, a lot of that money is about to go into altcoins. If we go down to 73K, breaking 90K first, and then breaking 86K. Then if we go down to 73K, that money is flowing into altcoins, and we're definitely going to see that increase there. But $400 billion is not that much money in the grand scheme of things when you look at it from a crypto perspective, because you also got to think about it. Like Ethereum with a little bit of that 400 billion, right? If this happens, maybe 50 billion goes into Ethereum, or 100 billion, and then the rest is spread out through all the other altcoins. That's a possibility. But I think more money is about to flow into the crypto market once it drops. Like if it drops, let's say that if we do drop down here and then we end up getting like a 1.44 trillion market cap, I think people are going to notice the discounts in here, like the institutional investors, a bunch of people, and all the ETFs, all these big institutional investors and banks. They're going to be looking at this as like a time to buy it up. They're literally going to start buying up all the prices, buying them at cheap prices, and then they're just gonna be holding it, right? So this is very important for people who want to get in at discounted prices. If we do go down to 90K, personally, I'm waiting to buy my altcoins if we see Bitcoin hit 90K. And then if we see Bitcoin hit 86K, I'm still gonna be sitting around. But only if we see this 73K, then that's when I'm definitely gonna do something, because that's a significant support. Now, what's going to happen here is what I like to call a fake out, right? I just like to call it a fake out, but the actual term is going to be a bear trap. So I think what will happen is a bear trap where we hit the 73K support and people are like, okay, we hit this major support. That was major resistance for us for the longest time ever. So we're definitely not going to end up going anywhere below that. Well, that's false. We will definitely go below it, because what comes after that is this bullish area here. And if you want these indicators, this is the chart prime indicators. This is the order blocks and liquidity voids. Link in the description if you want that. This particular indicator is actually free. So if you just follow chart prime on here, you'll end up seeing that particular indicator for absolutely free. So you could get that for free. Now, as you can see here, this is where a lot of those resistance areas were stopping at. So the last support before we had a huge breakout stopped inside of this liquidity area. So high liquidity in this area, right? But also around here, a lot of movement happens in this same area. So let's say we dropped down to 73K and we ended up breaking it. Well, if we ended up breaking it, we probably wouldn't go anywhere below this area. And then the second it hits this area, we're just going to get massive buying. And that's going to bring us right back to where we were before. So I don't think it's that big of a deal if we do drop below 90K and then below 85K and then get down to 73K. I don't think it's that big of a deal, because in the second we get to this area, it's going to be straight up from there. And I do think a lot of these institutional investors are really about to be buying up crypto like crazy if that happens. Because if that happens, a lot of that money is also going to start flowing into altcoins. Altcoin season should be coming up right around the corner. But anyways, this is all I got for y'all today. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think this is going to be a good thing, bad thing? What do you think is about to happen? Anyways, hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you think this is even going to happen in the first place. And as always, I'll be back with another video.